Ya ha llegado el día, los vampiros más famosos del momento están en Madrid para presentarnos Eclipse, la nueva película de la saga Crepúsculo. Y yo, como soy precavido, me he traído estos ajos y me he visto todas las temporadas de Buffy. Nunca se sabe.
I think the books and the films are very different because, you know, every actor brings their own personality in a different dimension. And I think it's always good to try and embrace that rather than to try and force actors to become something. It's true, you know, I mean, on the one hand you have something that's very cold and very hard, you know, physically. On the other one is an 8-foot wolf. I mean, it's a tough decision, I'd imagine. It's really, it depends what you go for, really. Do you go for the hirsute man? Do you like the fur, or do you like the, you know, the rigidity of the man?
I'm a kind of newcomer to the Twilight experience, and I'm not under the microscope in the same fashion that a lot of the other characters are. But I think it comes with a degree of responsibility, you know, that attention, because there are a lot of, you know, really passionate, loyal fans who really hold these stories very dear to their hearts. So there's a kind of a degree of responsibility to kind of deliver and do the very best you can.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm very lucky to have the fans kind of have embraced me as Alice, and they're very, very supportive, and their presence is very much known in my life, and I kind of, you know, I'm really thankful for it, and I have decided to kind of embrace it, and you know, yeah, there's a little bit of pressure because there are so many people looking up to you, and you have to do these characters justice, but at this point I'm very comfortable with the fans because I think that they're extremely supportive. Gosh, I think the hardest thing was probably dealing with the weather. That was constantly changing and making everything extremely difficult for us. That and interacting with cardboard wolves, because, you know, we kind of had to go back in and create these wolves. They weren't actually there on set.
We want really good sunny weather to shoot, and of course the script didn't have Edward sparkling, so we spent all of our time battling the sun and blocking out the sun. So.
I think pretty much the cast as a whole has a really good relationship with each other. You know, we're kind of going through this incredible experience that a lot of other people haven't gone through together, so we've certainly bonded, and you know, each installment there's new people that come in, but I think you know, everyone who's been there before kind of embraces everyone new that's coming in, and we've been lucky enough to have, you know, the new characters that come in are all phenomenal actors, and they're such nice people. We didn't get to hang out with the wolf pack. There was kind of this odd natural separation between the vampires and the wolf pack because all of our scenes are filmed separately for the most part, and then
I'm a kind of newcomer to the third installment, so in theory it ought to be quite intimidating, kind of making my way into an already established family and already playing the bad guy as well. But I was just really grateful and thankful that everyone was extremely down to earth, and I feel very honoured and privileged to work with David Slade, who's a fiercely intelligent director and also has a very wicked sense of humour.
Yes, of course. It's always a pressure to try and, again, like Xavier was saying earlier, the responsibility of so many people's dreams is quite heavy. For me, though, if you think about that too much, it drives you crazy. So I just spend all the time really focusing on film and preparing and making sure I did the best film I could make.